I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is March 27, Thursday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. Yo, like I told y'all yesterday, gotta watch these videos though, man. So, talking about coming down in here and then bouncing, well, obviously finishing the job of the gap. We did that same thing here. See how we came to this previous gap up here, and then we almost sealed it, and we did not. If you've been watching the videos, you know I've been saying that here in these videos. We didn't seal it. So the job when we took those lows was to come back up and then seal it. So we're catching that flow up, get to the 50. Okay, so we talked about this yesterday coming to the gap. What I like to see? I would like to see us bounce on that bearish daily imbalance. Very clear about what I said it yesterday. And then what happens after that? Well, I'd like to come back up and wipe out sellers. How did that look like today? Guess what? This shows coming up to wipe out sellers. We don't really know how high. We accomplished this, and then we pushed all the way up to the 50 here of the daily bullish imbalance. Stopped right here, got into that little shit right there, and then sold off back, and we're now above the low of today, and we're coming back here. So this could be the same flow, but hey, it just doesn't deliver the way you want it, maybe. And I understand to not even be greedy to try to get up here. So as you can see, it's a speaker, right? Pretty much the way they did it. If you can notice, the flow started right here. The original origin of the speaker is kind of like this low, this high, this low, then this high, then it becomes this low, but it doesn't take out that low. So they're a little descending, kind of wedging, but then it does fall through. Then now you get the low of this low, which is speakering out that way. And then from here, once we did that, we come above. Now, I'm not guaranteed to come above, but I do know that if I take this buy, this is a sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, or just a pump and a dump, and it never pumped. It pumped here, but it didn't keep going. And again, they're tricking you. And also, why when I put in a community tab today, when I got out with these two beautiful trades of selling here and buying here, the dump and the pump, sold it from here. Why? I'm sorry, here, right here, up here, because we swept those two guys right there. Let me try to not bounce all over the place, but the point is that, like, because it's Thursday, I also understand that the body of the gap is still empty. So there's no body there. And now we're actually staying down here, and that was a possibility. You have to understand that. So, but we did get the dump and the pump up here, right? So beautiful fucking day, man. Just so fucking beautiful. Let me get into it and show you the fire here. I got that measured right there, down. It's kind of like the swing there. And you can see that. I didn't use this because it's not on the flow, but here it comes down 3.5 to 4. Look at the 3.5. Look at the 3.5 laying on the fucking bearish daily imbalance that I mentioned yesterday to buy up from, to the tick. Like we talked about buying from this level. This is an algorithmic level. You see, we've been bouncing around up and down for 2 weeks, over even. Now this is the third week, actually, right? So, man, and you know I caught that bitch, baby. Let me show you the game. Let me show you the game. Good to have confidence, so don't take it any different. But what's the logic here? Well, we have 830 that pushed up right here. See, the candle pushes up, and then wicks here, and then we have this pool of liquidity, these two pieces of liquidity, and it pops up. Right when it does that, it's wicking. I know to take this bitch. Pushes down with a pin bar candle. This next candle pops up, right? Comes down, then pops up, and then I expect either it to hit the wick, or it's going to sell from here. This candle next is going to push down. I want to use this as an inversion in advance, but really the whole mental picture here is that I'm trying to sell it down into completing the job of sealing the fucking gap, remember, that's the story today. The story today is sealing the gap and then buying back up to wipe out sellers. How did they do it? Very simple. They put all the liquidity there, and then we had these guys right here, right? These guys right in here. See how that's a break right through? Remember, this is the 50 level as well, so they're coming to that. But you got the liquidity there at control of price. Remember that? And then it just dipped down. I mentioned this in the video yesterday. So we, as a speaker, we coming down here and we're selling it. So I'm selling into it. Now this was shitting bricks a little bit because it did retrace all the way back. So let me clarify again. When we opened up, we only sealed 50% of it. When I'm up here at 8:30, I see that. I know that. And then you're going to think, well, what if it kept going up and taking out these highs first? It could have done that. But guess what? It's 8:30, and by 9:30, I want to be coming down for the dump. I'm generally looking for the fake move anyway. Sometimes I'm not able to catch the sell first or move one or the fake move. Sometimes it's so low here that it doesn't even give you a range. It has already put, today it's Thursday, so I want to be ready at 8:30 is really what I'm saying. And today happened to be fortunate. If I did not get ready at 8:30 and I didn't see this sell, or I didn't see this sell coming up to this candle right here, boom. I don't have it highlighted, but it's there. You'll see it. That's an entry. I could just simply wait for 9:30. We come in, we open 9:30. We're tagging this 50%. Remember, don't get confused here. There's not too many levels. There's the bearish, pink, daily imbalance. We have the purple gap. That's present week. We have this present day gap. And they're just all laying on each other. Another reason that because it opened and it's functioning like this on the chart, you should now also, because I didn't know it was going to open like this, for example. Point of me saying that, for the day, point of me saying that is because, and also Asia and London could have brought it anywhere, but it did a speaker situation, lower highs. Here we had a divergence, but they're so stacked on each other that we're going to be attracted like a magnet, staying by it. We're still by it now. So that's the other reason why when we buy, we're not looking to hit home runs. Now, if you're a swing trader, okay, that's a different conversation. But for day traders, it's not necessary. We had fucking multiple buses today. Dude, it's so beautiful. Let me tell you. This 9:30 comes down and we're tagging at, all right, the 50% level. Then we bounce to the 50% level of, and I don't have it quoted, but of the bearish, of the opening day gap. Remember, keep in mind, this little overlapping, this is just overlapping, okay? The bottom of the purple to the top of the purple is the gap of the present week. And then I'm measuring that. You can see the quads here. Very simple. So this is not very confusing at all. Just look at it, and then look at the price action bouncing on top of the gap, coming up here. And then again, back to the 9:30, we whip. What's that? It's not just 50% of the gap of the daily gap today, but it's also 50% of the opening range gap. That's an entry right there. Pop right to it. And when I was in the trade already here, right, I was like, yo, this would be a good buy. This was actually a nice buy. It dipped right to the 50%, obviously a little over. And when it did that, keep in mind, you listen to me, you back test this, you check your chart. Getting fire here, dude. Like just so you, and you know that, but it did not take out that low from Asia. It did not take out that low at that time. Okay. So this is literally sitting right on top of that low and it didn't take it out. So when it was bouncing up, I was like, oh, I got to endear a retracement. This is a lower low coming up for lower high. So look here, lower low, lower high. Look at this lower high takes out those two incognito. They're building liquidity. This is still the lower high from up here. And it's just, I say this shit all the time. Beautiful. All right. Another short-term high to the right. And another one here. All lower highs. And you can see that we were, where am I at here? Was that here, right? No, that was at 8:40. That's how I got a little divergence on the 830 and 840 when I originally sold. And then what was I gonna say here? Yeah, this was not important here. Yeah, so I just showed you that divergence right there, which is showing it up here really. But anyways, fuck, I'm making this too long. So beautiful. So knowing that I have to endure the retracement and it's back to 50% of the daily gap and the opening range gap, I know that's a nice wick, a nice reaction, starts to come down. I'm obviously still gunning to seal this fucking gap, which is the sealment is right there. Measured this swing right here, 3 to 3.5 to 4. Beautiful. Also 50% there. That's a minimum goal, but deciding to hold it when this low did not take out that low is to then give me the retracement for another swing down for the lower low. Couple drives. You had one drive there, getting into a second drive, sealing it, and then guess what? I got the fucking green measured. And don't forget here, it's to the left here. This level right here, where it is right now, that's the bottom of that bullish imbalance. Also, don't forget, we started with the bullish daily imbalance with that gap. So they're also in the same cards. Did I draw that wrong? Yeah, I didn't draw the opening. I put it on top of the wick. So either way, you could have done that both ways, and that's still a very important level. So dipping into the bearish daily imbalance right here, you see that I got a 3.5 to 4 right here. And right now, when I screenshot this, I didn't even let it come up here. First of all, just so you know, I just did it for the picture. By this time after the picture, this gets pushed down and squeezed, and until I get trapped out. Okay, that's move 1. Where's move 2? Beautiful. Look. I take the same up candle here. Now this up candle, measure it 2 to 2.5. Where is that? What is there? It's literally, it is tagging that 50% level. Look how it did it once, twice, 3 times. You know I'm finna get that. If I make a video yesterday telling you I want to bounce off this bearish daily imbalance, why wouldn't I take it? I'm only doing this to really prove. I don't even want to make another video again. There's no reason to. I quit. I retire. But you see, as this taps here, yeah, I'm trying to wick them. I'm trying to tag them. I'm trying to take these trades. And I even take losses. But guess what? We're talking about like, I'm only fucking around with points in this area. Boom! This being tagged again, and I fucking hit him again with the entry. Boom! Catch it. Takes off right here. This next wick just comes into that wick, and then boom, shoots off. As soon as I get these little entries that I'm tagging here, the stop loss is placed right underneath it. I don't need to open a stop loss like this. Oh, I could. So people don't even trade with stop losses. If I didn't trade with a stop loss, I still wanted to bounce from here and go up. All right. But I'll put the little stop losses right back to back because I know exactly what the fuck I want to see. This is algorithmic level. This is not fucking random. This is not random area. I have been very clear in these past recent videos, weeks, and whatever, but look at this. Pops above this candle here. That's your real entry. I'm just doing some experienced sniping shit, especially with that last candle, and then it pops up. I'm immediately putting the stop up right here, and it's already protected, just like that, right? Because if it comes down again, dude, whoa, we need more patience, we need more time. But if you sit back and let the fucking shit happen, you'll see it. You'll see the turn. Beautiful, man. Where am I going with this trade? I already know. Look, and just to show you being humble as far as taking the profit, taking the trade for what I want to do. Obviously we have the other 50% not sealed either, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm only looking from here. When I'm giving this example here of pushing down and then popping up, I know that this could fail. So this option, this is my perfect world. But the flow is also still happening in the same, but I don't need to be right. So me catching the fucking buy right here. So this is move 1 down. It's a fake move. Push up is 2. I got it. I got it drawn right there. You can't say that I didn't think that. I didn't think this strategy, right? Okay. So guess what? Moves up. Gets to that first imbalance. Retraces back. That's a 1 to 1 and 1.5. I got this last down candle measured right there with the lowest body right there, right? 1 and 1.5 pops in. That's an entry. It also, before it retraced back here, you can see that once we broke that, this candle dips right back in. See how it dipped? Put the dot right there. Can I put a dot right here? No. Or can I just do it once? Well, sometimes it works. Anyways, bounces right there first. Comes up, hits that, retraces back into it. This inversion, wanted to see it hold. As you see, no bodies is there. You can see the wicks going through it, but really 50% is really above that. Just price candle signature stuff, man. And then obviously see no body, so strength right there. But it will push up for another high. I retrace for a higher low. Oh, bullish imbalance. We're inside that first imbalance. Look at the bodies. Oh, so conveniently sitting above it. But this is just all wicks. X marks the spot where it overlays with the first imbalance and this bullish imbalance. Come on. Where are you? You're at the 50 of the present week in purple gap. I mean, man, you know, see, it did it there. That's weird. Oh, I see how to do it. Okay, so bodies push up. Dude, I get this beautiful candle. I'm like, yeah, because you're not sure here, but all I know is I'm catching this number 2. I don't know how far number 2 is going to go. What do we got right here? I could have held it, but I got squeezed out. I'm like, fuck that. It's already it's not even 10 o'clock. I've already caught 200, I've already caught 250 fucking points, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna chill. But anyways, you can see we're back here at this black hole. Now, I do expect higher prices. I could have jumped in if any retracements. But why? I need to be content. Anyways, this is number 2. Let me move forward. You can see the lower highs of liquidity. Very nice to run. You got these guys right there, and then we come right back and reference this. By the way, I got measured this last 15-minute down candle right here. The zero, you can see the 2 to 2.5 is right here, up there, and then guess what? We were already sitting in that. By the way, that also has framed my confidence in selling down, because look, we're squeezing out, and that's great for the price to then run the other way. But remember, it can always come back. Obviously, that's what this buy is a dump and a pump, right? And then dump and a pump, we get the pump, and then we get a retracement back. That's also number 3. That should be fucking easy, right? We'll take a look. Oh, before I change screens, measuring this candle here, the 3.5 to 4. Did I skip that? Yeah, so 3.5 to 4 right there. I'm up there. I'm like, fuck this. I'm done. What a beautiful day. It is Thursday. So I know that I might not get the real push. It doesn't matter. I'm already content with the profit in the 2 trades. But I always tell you, there's gonna be 3 to 8 trades possibly that day. That many buses in a day. I'm only caring about 1 and 2. If I miss 1, I'm gonna catch 2 and then most likely maybe 3. Simple. Sometimes they don't let me get the sell, and I have to let it go, and then I'm just getting the buy and the sell. Right? I just said that. And sometimes it's down here, and there's not even a dump. It's already down here, and they get a little bit of a raid maybe or whatever, but then the bulk is pushing up. So that's still a buy, sell, buy. Even if it was a buy, sell, okay, go back test every day right now what I'm talking about. It could still take this low out and then be a buy again, right? Speaker, right? You know the options. Look how I'm taking it from here up to the overbought. Oh man, it's just beautiful squeezing that out. And what did the rest of the day do? Oh man, come on, bro. Too easy. Too easy. Look at this, man. Look at this. Then I get out right here. Retraces back. I saw this. I was done for the day. I told myself I'm going to be done. Look what it did. It came right back to the first imbalance and tagged it. And what's right there? Confluence. We have the 25% of the gap of the week. And then you have the bottom. You have the 930 fucking level. Look at the opening range gap here. Right there. From there to there. See that? It's in orange. See it? That's the 930 level. Boom. You got 1, 2, 3 levels all nested in that little spot. That's a fucking beautiful buy. Oh, plus this down candle. All right, so this is, so plus this little support area as well, right? Because we broke through it. You see the shift, and we come back to it. Bro, I saw this, I was like, this is going to be a buy for push up. But I was like, nah, you never know. Might dip again lower. I don't care. I'm not trying to be right. Sure enough, it was. Came up. It's just a bull flag type of thing. Then you get this higher low. And then it squeezes here. Nested in this very hot area. This is also a 25% of the opening range gap. In the background, this is 25%. You see the line? It's back there. All right. And the daily gap. Oh, and on the bottom of the, look, oh my God, bro. Look at this. It's so fucking beautiful. And then this 10G move, another 10G move. So that's, you could even count that as another move. That's just the expansion. Obviously, it's the 10 o'clock, 4-hour candle. But the thing is this. Another reason why today was fucked for pushing up, keep going, because of this wick. When this closed, I'm selling and buying and closing in that 4-hour candle. Then the 10 o'clock candle came up. It first dipped back, and then it pushed up. And at that time, the previous 4-hour candle was a big, stupid wick. So, and I was like, no, I'm taking the profit. But this can get tricky because we're going to push up and we're going to probably come back. I mean, in a perfect world, you would have won 1, 2, 3, 4. So sell. So forget the even for the fake move. Buy, sell, buy. Okay. Buy. Got the first push, number 1. Oh, you can even count that as number 1. Fuck the pre-move as number 1. I did it as pre-move number 1. Move number 2. Okay, if we stick with that, where's number 3? Where's number 3? Right there, from up here. Why up here? We got the couple drives. We have 11 o'clock. Boom. Yo, London closes is kicking in, and they're retracing back to what? Wipe out the buyers that we just talked about. Bro, I made a video on fucking Monday and Tuesday of the same exact thing. Same exact thing. Okay, came take that guy first, then they come down and they don't take that guy. Oh, so we're just gonna say that's number 3. See this? Okay, 1 coming down, 2, 3. When this was selling, bro, I told myself this is gonna be a beautiful sell and watch it come back all the way to 50% of the speaker. This is my model that I made. I made this same video. I made that same, and I took this trade for the video on here, this day right here, the 11th of March, this Tuesday, this, remember, or was it here? I can't remember. I want to say it was March 11th. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it was Tuesday. Anyways, same thing. Look at the speaker, bro. Come on. We're just gonna do that. We're just gonna do that, buddy. We're just gonna do that. So if we popped up above and we know we got a speaker there, well, this number 3 for a sell from here is very kosher. Look to the left. We did squeeze everybody in there, and we got into those breakout levels there, and that's up there. Now it's 11 o'clock. Times in the factor retraces back, bro. It was so hard to not try to keep trading, and I couldn't believe how many beautiful fucking moves there were, bro. And I didn't even have to be married to come up here. It's not like I'm over here trying to fucking buy that shit to come up here. No, I'm trying to come back. This sell right here is exclusively coming for a higher low. Buy, sell, buy. It came down here. It came to the 50% of this whole range. I don't even have to bring out a fucking tool. And then guess what? Look at the drives. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Man, let me tell you something. I went to lunch, bro, and I saw this buying right there on that wick. This little wick. This 1202. We had the 3 drives. And then we had this 1202. We have these wicks rising. That means they're pushing down and pushing back up. They're tagging that fucking perfect 25% level of the opening range gap plus the gap plus the daily gap. Oh my God. And I was walking away, literally walking away from the screen in the whole room. And I'm like, it's going to tag it and bounce up here. That motherfucker started buying. I was laughing. I was literally laughing on how fucking easy that shit was, bro. Because I was laughing at this. I was laughing, well, they're going to sell it from here and come all the way down. Look how they did it. Consecutive candles. They don't break them. They're trying to act like that there's not a break. But when they break that first candle, that's really the best entry. See how it goes back in. Boom, goes back in. Boom, goes back in. Boom, goes back in. Same thing. And then they rush for it. This is trying to be incognito and not get you in the fucking trade. But that's why I still take trades like this. Because I know it's a fucking range and it expanded. Coming back here is the goal. If you didn't have a stop loss, or if you weren't even having anything on your chart, it would still be a sell back in to wipe out buyers. Very simple logic. Fuck even trying to come up here. That's move 3. Where did move 3 go? It comes up. Ooh, it takes out all the breakout traders and sellers. What happens after number 3? Does it keep going? I made the same video fucking either yesterday or whatever it was. Or the day before, I don't know. But if it doesn't go past this area, then what's it going to do? It's going to sell. That means number 3 is still in the picture. That means it's still buy, sell. Oh, sell can have 2 lower lows. The sell can have 2 lower lows. So I know I'm getting all excited and loud, but I can't stress this enough. I say this shit every fucking day. 2 lows. So this is still number 3. Where's number 4? 4. Look at that. Pops up for 4. But then guess what? You would expect 4 to keep going. What did it do? It did come up. Look at this little old school support price action. That's basic old school retail support, right? Well, look what it's hitting. It's dangling on the fucking 50%. That's algorithmic. That's not by accident. Motherfucker doesn't even know that's going on right here, and he's still buying it. This is basic price action, but it's algorithmic. Man, look, comes up from this low and makes this high. What are they doing? They're coming up and they squeeze it. Look at the motherfucker that knew that this could be a sell. Like I just said, if it doesn't keep going, it's going to sell from here. Why do you think the price came back up here? Also, what is this area? That's a midnight level. Look how we're bouncing from the midnight level. Come on, man. So guess what? This move 4, if it doesn't keep going, it's going to wipe out liquidity and then sell off again. And that's what it did. Oh my God. So move 1, move 2. And before that happened, you had to move down. So 1, 2, 3. Simple. Move 3 it still had 3 lower lows and 2 lower highs, bro. And and the logic of us still doing this coming down is because that there's no body on this. And I'm glad they stayed down here, to be honest. I don't give a fuck if they go up or down, but I want the buy to close here so there's no reason to consistently stay around here. You know what I mean? But man, come on, bro. Look at the different moves. Okay, 1, 2. Each one of these is damn 2, but let's just say 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's fucking 7 moves, bro. You're not going to tell me that it wasn't 7 moves. You're not going to tell me. Okay. So what if it was scary. And I was scared. I was like, dude, if you keep trading, you're going to murder it. There was another fucking 10 for example, $100,000 to $200,000 account at minimum, general speaking, with 4 contracts I'm trading constantly, right? This is 10 grand. Up here is 10 grand. 4 contracts. From here to here is 10 grand. 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 From fucking here to here is 10 grand, bro. You know how many? You know how many? You know how many? How much money that was offered today? Awesome. Guess what? Fuck the money. Let's just say you didn't even have a $100,000 to $200,000 account. Let's just say you're trading with one contract, one funky fucking contract, and you follow my sequence here. What are you gonna do? That's 2 grand, 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 2 grand. My dude, just the two moves was already 4 grand. You made $4,000 with one fucking contract. One. What happens if I took this cell? I was gonna take this fucking cell, put it on my mother's grave. Rest in peace. She's passed. I would have took this cell, and then it would have pushed down. That's another 10 grand. When it got here and I left and walking to lunch laughing, because the 11 to 12 is bringing it down to wipe out liquidity. Then they push this up to really wipe out these people here. But then their whole intention was to still stay down here. It could have easily went up. How about this? Perfect world. Move 1, move 2, higher high. Move 3, higher low. Move 4 for a new higher high. If you were to follow this just by itself and stop fucking right here, man, that's 4 moves guaranteed. That's 4 moves guaranteed. You're not going to tell me that's not. Yo. So anyways, if you present moment, you can see that the 4 hour, also with these heavy wicks, with the wicks and then the heavy, that's why we popped up here. Let me zoom this out real quick. You don't need candles. So remember, the 4 hour had a wick, and then it made a wick trying to come back down, and it got into this wick, the original wick, and then it's a bearish 4 hour candle. Then the next one, which is the 2 p.m., that bitch opened up and got in, because you see this, right? We already came into that wick. Now that we made that wick, this fucking 2 hour, 2 o'clock, came up to get into that wick. Very simple. And they don't want to leave it alone. So that's fine. Let them do the little funky shit. But that should show you what the probabilities are, where the price action is. And guess what? With it being a bearish candle, and then that being a bearish candle, and closing like that, you can understand that if this pushes up and fails, we got into that wick, it could be another sell. This is still moving down. Now we got another drive. Dude, and look at the time involved. Look at this candle right here. This is fucking at 3. Whoa. This is at 450, dude. I'm sorry. Did I say 350? At 350 in 4 minutes. Moved fucking 100. Oh my god, bro. Oh man, just beautiful, bro. Time factors to be involved in. Besides here, you got the 10 o'clock macro right there. You have the 11 right here. Beautiful. You had the 11:50 here. Beautiful. And then time again here. Nice little buy from the center to this center. Come on. Awesome. All right. And then you had the train leaving here at the 150. Beautiful. Taking it. Ugh. Beautiful, buddy. And then the time kicked in right there. Macro of the day in the power hour, last 10 minutes. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Did I make this video long? I'm just excited about it. And then with that helping, well, I wouldn't say helping, it's kind of even, but we did stay low here with dollar, so not really that important to me. Looks a little heavy. Looks a little heavy, man, because when I made this idea of bouncing from here and then coming back up to wipe out sellers and then coming back down to wipe out buyers, which was another leg down, we've already accomplished maybe this retracement. Remember, this is still a retracement back. This could be it, right? And then guess what? So we get to push down, push up, and then push down. We still got that today. And that logic, you have to understand the different variations. Look here. We push down, bounce right on top of it. You can't miss that, bro. Bounced up, wiped out sellers, and now we're pushing down. And we could still be doing that. I don't know. So I'm It's Thursday, and that's the other reason why I'm not fucking around and finding out. I don't give a fuck what they do, bro. I already knew what the first moves were, though. Aha, right? And then tomorrow's Friday. I really think that either Friday's going to be a big move. It's either going to really push down and wipe out people here, and then pop back up. I'm going to draw it. I'm going to have to before somebody says something. Or we just completely still buy up. So I don't know. Maybe this happens and we come fly up and we end up here. Friday being a big bullish day and fucking wiping out all the sellers from even today, because you could have still sold and held from here, right? So either this is going to happen for Friday or we don't, or we get maybe, the next day just maybe wicks down a little bit or something. I don't know. Well, we're closing here. We just closed here, I should say. So maybe they take these guys out. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what they do. I don't know. But buying from whatever here and coming back up in here. I don't really see it doing. I mean, it could do this too as well. So it could just kind of like pop up again and then sell off, and then Friday closes here. And plus, now the weekly candle is still bearish. So today was kind of like an indecisive day, right? As you see it on the daily, right? Sitting right in the middle of it. And then, or it may be a small range, but I think it's going to be a big one. I think it might really swing up here. If not, then a big sell off. Hey, do you need to trade? Listen, the week is over. Logically, be content. You don't need to fuck around with tomorrow. It's too obvious. There's both sides. Both sides here and here. I mean, you got both sides, right? So it's making a little. I told you, speaker making itself. Got weak and came underneath back to the mean reversion, and it's heavy, dude. So to me, yeah. So this could be a little swing, and Friday. Look on the daily. Friday could really push up and squeeze. Very possible to happen. That's what I'd like to see happen. I'd like to see wherever we open up and make a low if it's a bullish day, buy, sell, buy up there. If it's a bearish day, then, sell, buy, sell, coming down. Sell, buy, sell, coming down. Who knows? I think I've said enough, baby. And also looking very weak too. Looked like they did their retracement and came back to the breakout traders. And now we're gonna, if we're in a bearish economy, we're gonna see a leg down from a lower high to new lower low. Can't make it any more simple than that. Been saying this shit this whole fucking time. Look at that shit, sloppy, bro. Oh, and then if you take a look at the divergences algorithmically, look. I'll be pissed. Dow didn't get to that gap. They still didn't empty it. They didn't seal it. Look at this. Look at S&P. Look how it tagged that same level perfectly. I don't care how much you stretch this out. Look how perfect this is, my bro. Come on, man. What's going on here? Look at that shit, man. Look at that. I keep opening it up. One tick is from here to here. It's staying on there, bro. That's not buyers and sellers. That's 1000% algorithmically, bro. So anyways, they sealed it and popped back up, which is great. And so this imbalance is looking like it's controlling. So, and they just tapped into this inversion right here. So we're looking weak. I'll be honest. We're looking weak here. So it is 50-50. But look, S&P, they sealed it. Dow didn't even seal it. There's a divergence right there for an algorithmic divergence where Dow didn't seal it, but Nas and S&P did. That's why when we sealed it for Nas and S&P, we pushed back up. All right. So yeah, I'd be pissed if I was trading Dow. What if I was in this sell and I was trying to reach this motherfucker, bro? Why would This is a prime reason why I don't want to mess with them. Look how they started diamonding inside. Like, ugh. Like, dude, come on, man. Come on, man. Why does anybody want to mess with this? So, you feel me? And, am I missing something? God, gotta make them shorter, bro. And as you see here, oh, I deleted it. Oh, I deleted the thing. Oh, that's stupid. But you see it working. Drop, retrace, structure down. Talked about it like this. The previous day, I also drew it from here to here to here. Same thing. I did that yesterday. Yeah. And then Nas, another Nvidia. The other reason why it was good to coming down and staying low is because you could see once yesterday we rushed for that liquidity in the breakout area. This was kind of slithering. It's actually slithering down, in my opinion, which is looking very heavy, to be honest. The way after today looks like. So unless they want a real quick whip up, but we're still bearish in a sense. So, but that was also an understanding of us not really going anywhere. So we're kind of heavy still. So that's kind of where we are. So either it's going to bounce from up here or it's going to fucking maybe bounce short, but then come for new lower lows, dude. So that could be that bearish economy that we're sitting in. But man, just fucking beautiful, dude. I don't know what else I could say, bro. Did I draw everything? Yeah, I drew everything. Yeah, and then to be honest with you, it would just be nice for Friday to stay down here. At this point, even if they come up or come down, doesn't matter. But I would just like the week to stay. Maybe Friday taps into here in this level here, gets into the wick, and then comes back up for Friday. Or like I said, it just stays down heavy week. So maybe Friday just speakers out, doesn't do anything, and you're overstaying your welcome, just like I am on this video. So super fire. You guys take care. God bless.